is a small book, but not slight. There is a treasure in it, a clearly defined road to the realization of your dreams. These are not my words, but Neville Goddard's words. Today, we are deciphering Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. This is Chapter 1, The Law and its Operation. The world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness, objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So, it is to consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all your desire in life. Armed with a working knowledge of this law, you can build and maintain an ideal world. Consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively, but actually. This reality may, for the sake of clarity, be linked onto a stream which is divided into two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. Neville here actually is telling you that there is only one consciousness. We spoke about this, that there is only one consciousness, and it's experiencing itself in many different forms. So the universe is actually you pushed out. You are one with the whole, with the infinite. So there is only one consciousness, and this law, we are about to decipher this law to actually create what we want. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of cause. These two aspects are the male and female divisions of consciousness. The conscious is male. The subconscious is female. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives ideas and gives form and expression to them. By this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. So pretty much, as I told you before, what you impress on your subconscious mind, you will actually experience in the 3D realm. You will actually experience what you feel when you are going to sleep, because you are impressing that onto your subconscious mind. This is why sleep is so important, and there is a chapter on sleep in this video, in this book. Not actually this video, because this is chapter 1, but in the future. Consciousness, by this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. So first thing actually came, everything came from mind. Everything came from impressing the subconscious mind. The conscious impresses the subconscious, while the subconscious expresses all that is impressed upon. Told you. The subconscious does not originate ideas, but accepts as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true, and in a way known only to itself, objectifies the accepted ideas. Therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea he will entertain, man has control over creation. Control of the subconscious is accomplished through control of your ideas and feelings. The mechanism of creation is hidden in the very depth of the subconscious, the female aspect or womb of creation. The subconscious transcends reason and is independent of induction. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in a volition to act. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. This is why feeling is the secret. What you feel to be true is actually going to impress the subconscious mind to express in the outer world what you will experience in life. You are not segregated from the subconscious. You are intertwined with it. So whatever you impress upon it, it will reflect that back. This is a mirror. This reality is a mirror. So you are the projector. You are the person standing in front of that mirror. If you are smiling, it will smile back. If you are frowning, it will always frown. But if you are always smiling, it will always smile back. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. But once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feeling as contributes to your happiness. So he's not telling you here to suppress your feelings. You can actually feel these feelings, but don't entertain bad thoughts. Don't get stuck in a loop of negativity and all that. Don't get negative about it. Don't stuck on negativity a lot. Be open to just pass and move on. Just observe it as a cloud passing by and just move on. Don't get stuck in it. Control of your feeling is all important to a full, happy life. Never entertain an undesirable feeling, nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What you do not want done unto you, do not feel that it is done unto you or another. This is the law. This is the whole law of a full and happy life. Everything else is commentary. Every feeling makes a subconscious impression, and unless it is counteracted by a more powerful feeling of an opposite nature, must be expressed. This is so important, guys. If you are feeling like your life is not the way that you want it to be, then you have to impress the subconscious mind with the feeling that you are the person you want to be. In order to change what's in the outside world, you got to change what the inside is. You got to change what you are feeling, what you think, what you feel, how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as someone who is worthy, or you see yourself with a lot of insecurities? What you feel about yourself, you will express. I'm telling you, because I was stuck in that loop for a long time. The dominant of two feelings is the one expressed. I am healthy is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy. To feel I will be is to confess I am not. I am is stronger than I am not. This is so important because you shouldn't say I am and follow it by something negative. Always say I am and follow it by something positive, not negative, like I am healthy. It's much more stronger than I will. You are pushing it into the future. And if you really think about it, everything is here and now to the subconscious. So you got to impress it by being in the present moment and saying it in the present tense. What you feel, you are always dominates what you feel you would like to be. Therefore, to be realized, the wish must be felt as a state that is rather than a state that is not. So basically, stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feeling is the secret, guys. Sensation precedes manifestation, and it is the foundation upon which all manifestation rests. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. Your body is an emotional filter and bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent emotion. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the causes of all disease. To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of disease. Dis-ease. In both body and environment, Do not entertain the feeling of regret or failure for frustration or detachment from your objective results in disease. Think feelingly only of the state you desire. Be careful, guys. Think feelingly only of the state you desire to realize. Feeling is the reality of the state sought, and living and acting on that conviction is the way of all seeming miracles. All changes of expression are brought about through a change of feeling. A change of feeling is a change of destiny. All creation occurs in the domain of the subconscious. You must acquire. Then is a reflective control of the operation of the subconscious. That is, control of your ideas and feelings. Neville Goddard is stressing on the idea that you must always impress the subconscious mind with the idea that you prefer, like the idea of health, of wealth, of being abundant. Don't entertain bad thoughts, because if you actually get stuck in that loop, you will always be in that loop, because you are not trying to look at it in a different way. You are looking at it as a victim to the circumstances on the outside. But in reality, you're just a projector. So when you change the projector, when you change what's inside of you, the outer world will change. And once you do that, you will expect to see miracle. You'll be expected to experience miracles. You will just be waiting, not waiting. You will actually be so fulfilled that you are not waiting anything. You'll just have a feeling that there is something amazing happening to you in the present moment. And the reality will catch up to it. The 3D realm will catch up to it. And you will experience what you experienced internally. Chance or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you, nor is predestined fate. The author of your fortune or misfortune, your subconscious impressions, determine the conditions of your world. The subconscious is not selective. It is impersonal and no respecter of persons. The subconscious is not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feeling. It always accepts as true that which you feel to be true. Feeling is the essence of the subconscious of the truth, of that which is declared to be true. Because of this quality of the subconscious, there is nothing impossible to man. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and feel as true, the subconscious can and must objectify. Your feelings create the pattern from which your world is fashioned, and a change of feeling is a change of pattern. The subconscious never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. The moment it receives an impression, it begins to work out the ways of its expression. It accepts the feeling impressed upon it, your feeling as a fact existing within itself, and immediately sets about to produce in the outer or objective world the exact likeness of that feeling. Whatever you feel true about yourself, you will experience in your real 3D reality. Not the real, I would like to call it the hologram. You will experience in this hologram, this 3D real, physical reality. The subconscious never alters the accepted beliefs of man. It outpictures them to the last detail, whether or not they are beneficial. This is why it's so important to actually imagine things lovingly. Don't imagine bad things. To impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. In defining your objective, you must be concerned only with the objective itself. The manner of expression or the difficulties involved are not to be considered by you. Don't think about the how. Always go to the end. Live in the end. What would you feel if you already have what you want? To think feelingly on any state impresses it on the subconscious. Therefore, if you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delay, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, accepts the feeling of difficulties and obstacles as your request and proceeds to produce them in your outer world. The subconscious is the womb of creation. It receives the idea onto itself through the feeling of man. It never changes the idea received, but always gives it form. Hence, the subconscious outpictures the idea in the image and likeness of the feeling received. To feel a state as hopeless or impossible is to impress the subconscious with the idea of failure. Although the subconscious faithfully serves man, it must not be interfered that the relation of that of a servant to a master as was anciently conceived. The ancient prophets called it the slave and servant of man. St. Paul personified it as a woman and said the woman should be subject to man in everything. The subconscious does serve man faithfully. This is symbolically like the woman and man thing. The subconscious does serve man and faithfully gives form to his feelings. However, the subconscious has a distinct distaste of compulsion. It never do anything under compulsion. It doesn't do that and responds to persuasion rather than to command. Consequently, it resembles the beloved wife more than a servant. So this is actually true. The subconscious you must persuade, not command it in a way you are doing it under compulsion, like you are not actually acting on it in a way of order, even though it might work. And Joseph Murphy proved that. But I like the way Neville actually taught these teachings because it's much more digestible. The husband is the head of the wife. May not be true of man and woman in their earthly relationship, but it is true of the conscious and the subconscious, or the male and female aspects of consciousness. The mystery to which Paul referred when he wrote, "This is a great mystery, he that loveth his wife loveth himself, and they two shall be one flesh." It is simply the mystery of consciousness. Consciousness is really one and undivided, but for creation's sake, it appears to be divided into two. This is true. The conscious, objective, or male aspect truly is the head and dominates the subconscious, subjective, or female aspect. However, this leadership is not that of the tyrant, but of the lover. So by assuming the feeling that would be yours, where you are already in position of your objective, the subconscious is moved to build the exact likeness of your assumption. Your desires are not subconsciously accepted until you assume the feeling of the reality. For only through feeling is an idea subconsciously accepted, and only through this subconscious acceptance it is ever expressed. So whatever you think feelingly, you will experience in life. You cannot impress the subconscious mind until you make that feeling of how would it feel, how would it be like when you're already the man or the woman you would love to be. If you have $10 million, if you have that physique that you always wanted, if you have that wife or that husband that you always wanted, how would you feel? This is what Neville is talking about. Once you impress the subconscious mind with these ideas, it will be externalized in the outer world. It is easier to ascribe your feeling to events in the world than to admit that the conditions of the world reflect your feeling. However, it is internally true that the outside mirrors the inside. See, you must smile first for the mirror to smile back. As within, so without. As above, so below. As below, so above. As within, so without. As without, so within. Correspondence. The second of the 7 principles of Hermes Trismegistus. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Nothing comes from without. All things come from within, from the subconscious. It is impossible for you to see other than the contents of your consciousness. Your world in its every detail is your consciousness objectified. Objective states bear witness of subconscious impressions. A change of impression results in a change of expression. The subconscious accepts as true that which you feel as true, and because creation is the result of subconscious impressions, you, by your feeling, determine creation. You are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. This is so important. You already have what you want. If you believe that you already have it, you will have it with your own hands. You will see it with your own eyes. But we've been programmed to think that we should see it to believe it, when in reality, you should believe it to see it. So start today. Have the feeling that would be yours if you already have what you want, and you will experience miracles. To seek on the outside for that which you do not feel you are is to seek in vain. For we never find that which we want, we only find that which we are. In short, you express and have only that which you are, conscious of being or possessing. So you don't get what you want, you get what you are conscious of being. So change the concept of yourself and your whole world will change. Denying the evidence of the senses and appropriating the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the way to the realization of your desire. So ignore the 3D and only be faithful to your imaginal act, to your feeling state that it is done. Mastery of self-control of your thoughts and feelings is your highest achievement. However, until perfect self-control is attained, so that, in spite of appearances, you feel all that you want to feel, use sleep and prayer to aid you in realizing your desired states. These are the two gateways into the subconscious, because when you wake up and right before you go to bed, you're actually operating on alpha and theta brainwave states. And these brainwave states open up the subconscious mind wide open. So whatever you say to yourself at these states, you actually will impress upon the subconscious mind, and the subconscious will express it into the 3D hologram we live in. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next few videos, we are going to decipher the rest of the book, Feeling is the Secret. And the next chapter is Sleep. We are going to decipher that, but I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. I want you to do something. I want you to go to sleep today imagining that you're already succeeding in life. And believe me, when you impress the subconscious mind day after day with that feeling, you will experience miracles. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like to reach more people. Comment down below what you want to see next, and I will see you soon.